Hi guys, Peter Fox here, Fox Locks. So it's January 2024, just coming to the end of it. I think it's about the 20th, 22nd. I'm getting asked the same questions quite a lot, the same sort of thing about the training. So what I thought was I'd just do a quick video just to update everyone on the training and what we do, how we do it. I've spoken to a few people just before Christmas who, were ringing me up saying, when is the next training, when is the next training. It's a difficult thing because the training involves one-to-one. So there's not 10 people on the training. It's literally one-to-one. You and me, you and Scott, you and Lloyd, whatever. So you usually have 2, maximum of 3 people on the training. As you probably looked at the website and looked at our training stuff, you probably saw that we've got things like 20-day training, 10-day training, all that sort of stuff. I'll tell you why the reason that was. We did do a 20-day training, but what happened was it was just before COVID, and to do a 20-day training was great. However, the training was one-to-one, and it was somebody with us on the van. So we didn't have this. We had a similar van to this, but we had a jump seat just in the corner, and or they sat in the front with us, and we had the training where we went to the next job, and so on. Well, you can imagine going from job to job to job. It's quite exhausting when you're driving around. So, and the challenge with that is that between jobs, let's say we did a Ford Fiesta, and then the next job was a Mercedes or whatever it was. We couldn't pick the jobs because they just came in as they came in. And also driving from job to job, although we're talking in the van about all different aspects of the job, driving from job to job meant that you didn't get you got really good on hands training, but the driving around to the next job did slow your training down. And then COVID came, of course, and we thought, well, we're going to stop the training, or do we make the training while we've got COVID on? Do we do the training and just test everybody and test ourselves? So that's what we did. So then we thought, well, we don't want to be driving around to customer to customer, COVID's on. So we were getting jobs, but we're picking them, and we also, if we went to a job when COVID was on, we were saying to the customer, you have to stay in the house till we do it. We'll just hand the keys over in a plastic bag and all of that. Remember all that stuff? It was horrendous. So alternatively to that, what we decided to do was approach one of our customers who's got a car lot with about, well, at that time about 200 cars. And we said to them, would it be okay, you're closed at the moment, could we have access to all your cars to do some training? And he said, yeah, no problem. So I says, well, make a list of all the cars that need spare keys for, and we'll do that at the same time. So we turned up at the car lot with a guy, or 2 guys, to do the training. And it just was amazing because, we're jumping from car to car in 10 seconds rather than an hour and a half. So you've got a lot of more bang for your money. And of course, that reduced the time that you are training right down from being on the van going job to job to being static in a car lot and doing it, this car, then the next car, then the next car, and so on. So it was just amazing. It was just brilliant. And we've adopted that, so we kept that up. We've actually got 2 car lots now. We've got a guy not too far from us who's got really nice stock, probably about 50 cars. And then we've got the old car lot, which has got probably 100 cars. And we go 2 days on the first one and do picking all day. Second day we do picking all day again with decoding and working out the keys and how to read the keys. So that's the sort of first couple of days. And then we move to the programming. We move to the other car lot, the other garage, and we got 50 cars which are really top market cars, sort of from 2010 to 2019. So that's a good bunch of cars, and also a good quality diverse range of cars too. So The training's gone from driving around basically to the car lot, so that saved a load of time, and we reduced the training right down, got everything in 5 days. And what's happened since then is you turn up on a Monday not knowing an absolute squiddly dot, and then by Friday we say go and pick that car open, decode it and make a set of keys, and that's what you can do. So that's the training, start to finish. Not knowing anything in the morning of Monday to Friday afternoon, pick a car, go and make a set of keys for us from scratch with no help. So that's the training, and it works absolutely fantastic. I'll put a couple of little photos in this video of the car lots and the training facility. And while I'm here, I'll just talk you through a couple of other things. Let me just turn this camera around. So our van, as you know, let me just go around here. The camera goes that way. We turn it around. So this is our van. As you know, we've got a Renault Traffic, which we love. Just come back a bit so you can see it. There's more stuff on here than you'll ever need. Obviously, we'll show you the basics of what you need, but we've got more stuff on here than you'll ever need, because we do a lot more work. And as you build your business, you'll collect more and more equipment, more and more tools. Just to give you an idea, our cutting machines here, you know, we're going to go through that with you when we're on. We've got a few different types of cutting machines depending on your preference. So there's the exhaust one. I really like that exhaust one's really good. This is the Old Faithful, I absolutely love. The Sec 9, just great machine. So the training, we come, you know, this is one of our training books. So Scott put this together, and it's just amazing, because at the front you have reference. Well, I'll just go through it just a little bit at a time. We've got identifying the job. So it's not just about rocking up and making a key. You need to identify the job, and we teach you how to not waste your time, because the last thing you want to do is turn up at a job that you can't do. It'd be absolutely pointless, wouldn't it? So we go through, you know, identifying the car, making sure you can do it, making sure you've got the right remote, making sure you've got the right key, make sure you've got the right chip, make sure it's not an EEPROM job that you can't do. So we go right through the whole thing and just show you how to identify the job. Then, of course, in this book we've got, you know, we go through the whole aspect of locksmith training, but we go through the apps that we use. We go through that, the picking tools, rakes, and stuff to get vehicle entry, and all the tips that we've got. We teach you how to read a key, so we actually teach you how to read a key by eye. That's really handy. And then, of course, this is a reference to all the keys and chips. And after that, let me just turn this, I'll just show you something quite amazing. So this is our cross-reference remote book. Now, what Scott has done, bless him, is he's gone on the websites of all the major people who supply keys and remotes, and he's cross-referenced all the remotes. So he's got the reference of the company who sell them, the opposite reference from a different company, and the manufacturer's reference. So you wouldn't have to spend hours trying to identify the remote. And this is a great book, because what it does is also it stops you buying loads of different types of remotes, where one remote might work a Ford Fiesta, that same remote might work a Ford Fusion, or it might be a Fiat remote. It might say a Fiat 500 in one company, but on another company's website it might say it does a Fiat Dablo. So, you know, this cross-reference of this book is amazing. We also have an app on the phone which we use a lot, you know, to identify the job. It's just a brilliant system, really, because we take the problem out of you. We take the problem away from you, trying to find out everything that you need. This is our blades box. And again, if you order blades from the UK, let me just talk a little bit about stock. So if you want to buy stock in the UK, you're going to pay probably 4 times more for it than you would be if you bought it from somewhere else that our suppliers. Now our suppliers are in Asia, so, and people say, oh, you know, our Chinese keys are different to UK keys. Well, let me just tell you something. Chinese keys are UK keys, because there's no manufacturing companies in Europe making car keys, right? They're all made in China, all of them, and then they're shipped to different parts of the world. For instance, Audi don't make keys, VW don't make keys, VW make cars, okay? And like their tyres, like they don't make tyres, you don't see a car in a showroom without any tyres on, and it doesn't say on the tyre made by Volkswagen, does it? It's just a tyre made from Dunlop or whatever. Well, that's the same analogy with the keys. The keys that they use might have a VW badge on them, but they've all come from China, trust me. So there's absolutely no difference. Well, there's one difference, of course. You might pay £60 for a remote from Kia, and you'll pay £10 for a remote from China. So there's the difference. And let's face it, we're in this for profit. So if you want to throw your profit away, just buy in the UK. If you want to keep your profit, you need to find a supplier that will supply you from China and make you keep most of your profit. So as I'm talking, I'm just thinking about stuff that we show you, but one of the things we show you is the blade system on this wall here. In China, they've all got a number. For instance, an HU133 blade is in China number 52, you know, a bit like going to the curry shop. So if you try and order that blade from China, it'll just say 52, you won't have a clue what it is. So we've cross-referenced all the blades too, so that you can go on a Chinese website and pick up your blades for 50 cents instead of £1.99, and you can buy them for 50 cents and know what you've ordered is the right blade for you. So that's just a little tip. Again, with them, we don't sell any equipment as such. I know these companies who do training, a lot of them want to sort of do the training, but their real motivation is to sell you a load of equipment, and that's okay. I mean, it's a business at the end of the day, but you can be loaded up with a load of equipment you really don't need. So we'll go through all the equipment that you need, where to get it, and we don't make any money on that, where to get it, and at the right price. And I'll promise you 100%, if you buy from the suppliers we tell you and show you and what you need, you will save thousands. And I'm not talking hundreds, you will save thousands of pounds. Lishy picks, here's a good example. You go and buy a lishy pick from Aldridge, you pay £40 for that. I can show you where to get that for £15. Okay, and if you're going to have a book full of them, say 100 or 45 picks, yeah, 45 picks at, I don't know, 40 quid each, or 60 quid each, or 45 picks at £15 each. You can do the math, as they say in America. So it's all about buying the stock at the right price, picking and being able to decode and make a key from start to finish, being able to identify the key, identify your market. We also talk about marketing and how to get the business. That's another part of the Foxlocks training, and also basically how to get your stock, the training, the identifying the keys, the remotes, how to talk to the customers, what you need on your van. So you can see this is a big package now, and one of the best things about the whole package of what we do is our support. So you get your first job and you've done your training and off you go, and you've got your van and it's all kitted out, and we've helped you design your van for you and how it should look and to make it easy for you, and you're on your first job and you're pooping your pants because you think, oh my god. It's a bit like you know, you pass your test. When you pass your test, is it when you pass your driving test, And the instructor, I don't know, I'm quite old, so I remember when I passed mine, I was 17 when I passed my test, and the instructor got out the car and he says, "I'm pleased to tell you, Mr. Fox, you've passed your driving test." And you know that feeling, wow, you can't believe it, can you? You've passed your test, you can't wait to tell everybody. And then he says, "Sign there," and you sign it, and you get your license, and he goes, "Thank you," and he gets out and he walks off. And at that point you're going, how am I getting home? And you've got the car with you, and you've just taken your L plates off, and you're thinking, I'm going to be driving this on my own. And I tell you what, I don't know about you, it scared me to death that. I thought, I'm going to be on my own. And I was excited, but I was scared. And there's nobody sitting with me now. I'm on my own. I've passed my test. He said I can drive, off I go. But it's a bit like that with this job. So you get the training over, and you go on your first job, and you're thinking, wow, what do I do next? And that is most people who go on these training courses that get... Hi, back again. Yeah, just realised I was editing the video and I realised I cut myself off mid-flow. So so it just tells you about something about us, doesn't it? We don't edit anything, you know. When we do a video and we put it up online about the training or our experiences, or we do a training we're out there, it's all raw. So there's no editing at all. First of all, I'm going to need time to edit it, to be honest with you. So it just goes out the way it is. And if it's got glitches in, or I sound like I'm losing my marbles, then that's just the way it goes. Well, what you see is what you get on the tin. Anyway, just as I was saying, in the last part, there's that video cut off from me, and I've had to go and redo it a little bit. Is that when you pass your driving test and you get in the car for your first time, and you're driving away and there's nobody with you. It's a scary moment, that, it really is. But exciting too, and that's this job. So it's exciting and it's scary, because when you go off on your own after the training to do your first job, and you've got your van sorted out and everything's hunky-dory, you've got all your stock, you're ready to go, and you've got your first customer. So let me talk you through the first customer. First of all, the customers have no clue how long this is going to take. So you rock up to do a key, and for a Ford Fiesta, I'm always saying Ford Fiesta, for a Ford Fiesta, and it may take us 15 minutes, it may take you 2 hours, but the thing is, the customer doesn't know how long it's going to take, and they'll say, how long is this going to be? And you go, don't know, as long as it takes. And that's good enough, because it's not like you're going round to fit a new handle on the door or a toilet seat. You roughly know how long it's going to take you as a plumber or whatever. But in this job, it takes as long as it takes. That's it. So you're not under any pressure to get it done. And if you get stuck, just like driving off in that car by yourself, with having nobody with you, at least you can look in the back seat and see us in the back seat to say, are you stuck? Don't worry. We're at the end of the telephone, give us a ring, we'll talk you through it. We can even go remotely onto your programming machine and see what you're doing and help you through it that way too. So we're not going to do it for you, don't get me wrong. We are there as a support system to help you and guide you through when you get stuck. But you really have to throw yourself in the deep end, just get on with it. And let's say you pick the door and you've picked it wrong, and you get on the phone and say, I've picked this door, I've picked it wrong. We might just say to you, well, put some spray in, put some WD-40 in the lock, give it a good wiggle, move all the pins up and down until they're all free, and then pick it again, write the numbers down, give us a ring when you've got the numbers, I'll check them on Instacode for you or whatever, and we'll together we'll make a key. So that support is really important. We've also got our WhatsApp group, of course, which you can click onto and get questions answered anytime. I mean, there's like, 130 people on there, and you can just get answered. It's all a private group for Fox Locks, and there's questions and answers. Anybody can ask anything, and there's always somebody who'll come straight back to you and say, I had that problem and this is what I did. So you're on your own, but not on your own. If that makes sense. We're in that back passenger seat, sitting with you, as long as you need us to get the ball rolling. Okay, and it'll take you 3 months, you know, to get this thing down and get it rolling. But you know, it'll be 3 months learning curve, but it's a very profitable business. You soon get your money back, and you're soon into profit. And it's an exciting business. It's a fun business, and it's a lucrative business. So hopefully this video has brought everybody up to speed for 2024. I'm looking forward to seeing anybody who wants to come along on the training. We always, I don't know if I said it in the first part of the video, but we like to meet people before they come. We like to see them and let us see us and show them the van and the whole thing. So if you want to do the training, fantastic. You've got our number at the end of this video. You can always just give us a ring. You can just got to give us 24 hours notice for you to come along and have a look at what we do. And we're very open, so you know, you can have a look, go away and not do it, never hear from us and never hear from me again, whatever you want. Yeah, but we like to see you to make sure you're comfortable with how it works, what we do. Meet Scott, meet Lloyd, meet myself, see the van, see the stock, see the books, see all the things we do, the marketing side of it, the whole thing, and then make a decision whether it's for you. I can't say that the training will be instant. It might be the following month or whatever. But because it's 1-to-1, there is a sort of system where first come, first served. So, and we don't do lots and lots and lots of trainings. They're very sporadic because we're that busy. But and we're going to produce also this year. We're going to be producing videos. So if you get stuck on a job, you can play the video and see that job all the way through on a video. So you can, maybe you're going to go to a job the following day, you could go home, watch that video in the evening, just refresh yourself with it, and then go to the job the next day. So all that stuff helps. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm sorry it cut off. It was me. I must have pressed the button, stopped the recording or whatever. But anyway, I'll put some little bit more content into this video. We'll get it up there, and hopefully see you shortly. Take it easy, guys.